Some minds don't just break from trauma, they weaponize it, and that's exactly why Vecna from Stranger Things feels so damn personal and so terrifying. Let's sit with that for a second. Because the show doesn't just give you a generic monster, it gives you Henry Creel, a boy who became something colder, something that understands your pain better than you do and uses it to kill you. Henry starts as a child who with powers and a deep hatred for the noise of humanity. He kills his family not in rage, but with calm precision. That early detachment, that enjoyment of control. Those are classic early signs of severe psychopathic traits, mixed with a God complex. Psychologically, kids like Henry often show reduced fear response and low empathy from the very young age. Brain wiring differences in areas like the amygdala make other people suffer feel distant, almost entertaining. He doesn't see family, he sees inferior beings who deserve to be silenced. Then comes the lab. Dr. Brennan finds him, labels him one, and tries to turn him into a weapon. But Henry doesn't break, he adapts. He manipulates the other kids, plants ideas, watches them suffer. That's not random cruelty, that's calculated dominance. He enjoys the power of being the puppet master. When he becomes Vecna, the transformation is complete. He creates the upside down version of Hawkins, his own kingdom, and his kills, they're never random. He targets teenagers carrying deep trauma, guilt, shame. He invades their minds, forces them to relive their worst moments, makes them feel completely alone, and then snaps their bodies from when they're frozen in fear. That's psychological sadism at its core. He doesn't just want you dead, he wants you broken first. He wants you to believe you deserve it. The way he speaks to his victims, that calm, almost gentle voice, I want you to remember what you did. It's intimate, possessive, like he's offering twisted salvation through pain. And in real psychology, this mirrors how certain predatory personalities exploit vulnerabilities. They sniff out shame, amplify it, and use it as a weapon. That Vecna turns your own mind against you, which is what which is one of the most violating things imaginable. Your thoughts, your memories, guilt become the hallway he walks down to reach you. Watch how he operates with the group. He studies them, learns their weaknesses, plays on Max's grief over Billy, on Nancy's guilt, on everyone's fear of being different or broken. That's high level Machiavellianism, not brute force, but strategic psychological warfare. And his God complex, it runs deep. He sees humanity as a play, noisy, chaotic, weak. He wants to reshape the world into silence and order, with him as the ruler. That rejection of humanity, that belief in his own superiority, lines up with malignant narcissism on a massive scale. When the world rejects you, some minds respond by trying to become its god. The clock motif, that visions, the way he curses people, it's all designed to create total helplessness. You hear the chimes, you know he's coming, and there's nothing you could do to outrun your own mind. That's terror through anticipation. Psychologically, it triggers the same chronic stress response we see in real trauma survivors: hypervigilance, sleep avoidance, the feeling that safety doesn't exist anymore. But here's what makes Vecna stick with you. He's not just evil for evil's sake. He's a rejected kid turned his pain outward and made it everyone else's problem. The lab experiments, the isolation, the constant feeling of being different. All of it felt that the monster, in a way, is the extreme version of what happens when trauma goes unhealed and meets the wrong personality wiring. We see echoes of this in real life. People who were bullied or abused, but then grew up needing total control over others to feel safe. Vecna just has superpowers and a much bigger body count. His relationship with Eleven is particularly twisted. He sees her as the one who could join him, the only evil. That mix of admiration and rage when she rejects him is possessive. When she fights back, it only makes him more determined. That refusal to accept the limits, that need to dominate or destroy, is very real in certain personality disorders. The show uses him to explore how trauma echoes. The kids in Hawkins are fighting literal monsters, but also their own guilt, grief, and secrets. Vecna thrives because he understands that pain better than anyone. He turns it into gateway, and that's why the horror lands so hard. Your mind is supposed to be your safe place. Vecna makes it the most dangerous place of all. He doesn't need to chase you through the woods. He just needs you to close your eyes, remember what you did, and feel alone. In the end, Vecna represents the dark side of human psychology. The part that says if the world hurts you, hurt it back harder, control it, silence it, become its nightmare. That's why he lingers long after the season ends. He's not just another upside down creature, he's a mirror, a warning about what unchecked pain and power can create. Take a breath after this one because Vecna doesn't just scare you with technicals and claws. He scares you with how well he knows the darkest corners of your own mind. And that is the real terror of Stranger Things.